duo that stands up with anyone across the country.
Yeah, we're really fortunate, and I start with Brock. Brock is one of those young men that has really led from the day that he stepped foot on this campus. A young man that had a tremendous high school career, like you said, right in the state of Arizona at Perry High School, where he led his high school football team to a state championship his senior year. Brock is a young man that came in with all those intangibles that he had from Perry High School, and really has led our program from day one. And Brock's a young man that is not only a great football player, but he's an incredible human being, and has really made everybody in our program better from really the standard that he set in every walk of his life. And Brees has really done the same thing. Brees has played here since early in his career. Is an elite tailback, a young man that kind of does all things really well in terms of the tailback position, catches it, runs with it, and also has a unique ability to block really well. So both those guys have a standard of excellence on what they do, not just on the field, but what they do off the field, and have been a great foundation for our program.
Great, thanks, Coach. We're going to open the questioning with Travis Hines from the Ames Tribune, and then go to Josh Christensen from KCRG.
Hey, Matt. Travis. I know you've only had a few hours of prep, but what's been your initial impressions about Oregon?
Yeah, I think it's really too hard for us to really sink too far into it, other than I've got the utmost respect for Coach Cristobal, what he's about, I think how he leads a program, and then obviously the tradition and history of Oregon football. I think when you say Oregon football, I think everybody has an immediate respect factor for who they are and what they're about. So, I think we'll get a lot farther into it, obviously, as the week goes. But I think just the instantaneous credibility, both from the head coach standpoint and from a program standpoint, very impressed.
Thank you.
Josh Christensen. Go ahead, Josh. Your line's open.
Sorry, Coach. You talked a little bit about it, but what does this bowl mean? I know that you guys wanted a different outcome yesterday, but the fact that this is the first January bowl that you guys are playing in, it's still, in a way, you can say you're still continuing to make history with this season, making the season special. So how much are you guys trying to remember that and still finish this thing strong?
Well, I think that's what's great about this team. We've never let one game define who we are. And I think that's why this program and this team has continued to be able to grow and do great things. And so, what a great experience yesterday for our program. And, we kind of ran out of time a little bit as that game wore on, but I couldn't have been prouder of what we did and how our kids played in that football game. And you take the lessons, you grow from those lessons, and now you get 2 more weeks to prepare for another great opponent, another great opportunity. And I think our kids will see it as that way.
Great. Thank you, Josh. Let's go to Mark from Who 13.
Hey, Matt, have you had a chance to reset after yesterday? And I guess just how are you guys feeling a day later after obviously what was a really hard fought game?
Yeah, for me, I'll be honest with you. I think by the time we landed in Ames, Iowa, obviously you wanted the outcome to be different, but boy, oh boy, I don't know if I could have been prouder as the head football coach of this team and this program of how our kids played. And, I think if we didn't play like we did, then maybe there would have been a harder reset. But I think by the time we landed, I was really looking forward to finding out what our next opportunity was going to be, and really look forward tomorrow to getting back to work with our guys and our football team and, talking about our next journey. So, I think the majority of our kids felt that way. And, just again, really proud of the resolve, the attitude, the effort, the character that our kids showed yesterday on a major stage.
Okay, we're going to go to Warren Williamson from ODFN, and then Randy Peterson.
Coach, congratulations on getting to the Big 12 championship. I was just curious, in this crazy season, if you've had an opportunity to watch much of the Pac-12, specifically Oregon this year, and if you have a personal relationship with Coach Cristobal at all, if you know him.
No, we haven't really got the opportunity to watch much Oregon this year. I obviously in years past we've watched a ton of them, and even last year as you watch Coach Cristobal and their team just continue to have a magnificent run at things. And, just I think for me, more of a impression of how he's led and how he continues to lead his team, just very impressed. And, from a relationship standpoint, no, I think the only common denominator is both of us have an offensive line coaching background in ourselves. But other than that, no, not formally met, but a lot of respect for him.
Great. Thank you. Randy Peterson.
What's you guys' plan for the next couple of weeks leading up to the game practice?
We'll figure that out.
Players-
We'll figure that out tomorrow. I think we've kind of just started to really etch that out. We're more so waiting to find out what was going on, and we'll really begin that journey a little bit tomorrow in terms of our planning process.
Randy, do you have a follow-up? Okay. We'll go to Josh Christensen once again.
Coach, just playing yesterday, normally in any bowl year, you have at least 4, sometimes maybe 5 weeks to prepare. It's a quick turnaround in a way. So what are some of the challenges when you're preparing for a game 4 weeks down the road compared to right now, where it's a quick turnaround, basically 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, I think from my end, I'll be honest with you, I'm really excited about that. Sometimes the 4-week process can really be a challenge, and I think this is maybe the way this should be done, going forward, because I think this allows the rhythm of the football season, allows your kids to stay in a little bit of a rhythm, and really allows the growth process to continue to happen. So in a lot of ways, I think maybe we'll find out this is exactly the way this should be done going forward. So from my end, I think our kids' end, and I know our player development end, I think we're all really, really excited about that piece.
We'll take one final question for Coach Campbell. We'll go back to Randy Peterson from the Des Moines Register.
Matt,
Yep, go ahead, Randy.
will the players go home for Christmas, or will they stay right on campus and stay within their kind of bubble-like thing?
Yeah, I think that's probably, will be the initial plan is to kind of create that bubble. And, that's really helped us so far, have great success. And I don't see a deterrent really from what's allowed us to be successful.
All right. Thank you, Matt.
Well, thank you.
Well, actually, we will finish up with one more. Let's go from Mark back to Channel 13.
Hey, Matt, I know we talked a little bit about this last year and you touched on the respect factor for Oregon, but just to get the chance to kind of play, and I know you do this during the season, you play OU, you play Texas, but to play kind of one of a national brand almost, like we said, we got it with Notre Dame last year. Now you got Oregon, kind of raising the profile of the program almost. How exciting is that for your players and for you?
Yeah, I think that's huge. Obviously to play in you're right. You play in our conference and you play some phenomenal programs and teams, and then to be able to earn the right to be able to go to some of these bowl experiences and play some of the elite programs in college football. It helps you grow into what you want to become and really where you want to go and stay. And so, what a phenomenal opportunity for Iowa State football to play the University of Oregon and their great history and their great tradition and really who they are and what they're about. So great challenge for us and certainly a great opportunity.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Coach, I want to thank you for your time today. Congratulations on a fantastic season and the berth here at the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. We can't wait to see you here in Arizona. It's about 70-some degrees here today, so I knew I'd get a smile out of your face for that one, but we'll look forward to seeing you here on the 31st and then kicking the ball off on January 2nd.
All right. Thanks so much. Merry Christmas to everybody. Appreciate you having me.